So there has been a whole wave of Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders being canceled just days before the console comes out, which is kind of crazy to think about. But here we are. The the retailers that are supposed to be selling you the console are just canceling it at the worst possible time. And you might be wondering, why are they canceling it just a few days before the Switch 2 launches? We're about 4 days out. So what gives? It all comes down to stock, and this might be pretty self-explanatory, but there have been notorious stock issues with Nintendo products, and pre-orders have always gone to crap when it comes to this console. We've got a lottery system for the just Nintendo's website, the My Nintendo website, when it comes to them just selling you the console, and I genuinely don't know what the issue is with it, because Nintendo knew this console was coming out. They knew that we gotta really manufacture this. Like, they should know based on what we've got examples from the original Switch, like amiibos, things as mundane as amiibos, bro, sold out 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I don't understand why we're having this same talk over 10 years later with a console that people were, they were furious about right out the gate. But basically, this gets chopped up to Nintendo not having enough stock, the stores, in turn, also not having enough stock to actually keep up with it. So they ended up selling the pre-order without actually knowing that, hey, we don't have enough here to actually give. So they're canceling pre-orders at the worst possible time. The absolute worst possible time. And, I was there day one on April, 24th, trying to get myself a pre-order for the Switch 2. It was actually April 23rd. It was at, midnight over here. And, I was able to secure two. I was able to get one with Best Buy, which I later canceled because I was able to get one in person for, at GameStop, which the reason I did that was because midnight launch. I'm actually going to be able to pick that up at 10 p.m. My time, which is awesome because then I get to go home and, we get to play some Switch 2 right before launch day, which is kind of nuts. But basically, a lot of people have had their pre-orders just straight up canceled with no warning, just less than a week before the console comes out, which I cannot believe that. I really just cannot believe that we're having these same stock issues. Like, every console seems to have had this. Even the PlayStations and Xbox all were difficult to get. But, again, pre-orders getting canceled a week before this happens, bro. A week before the console comes out is crazy. And I don't even know who to point the finger at with the mismanagement of stock between the retailers and Nintendo just not manufacturing enough. They should know that they have almost like a cult-like person. They have like a personality cult going on with this. Nintendo is a huge, huge brand, and they should know, bro. They should know. They've got diehard fans that are just chomping at the bit to get this console, and you're telling me that you don't have enough? You're selling pre-orders that are just gonna get canceled like a week before. So I'm sitting here with my little freaking GameStop receipt, just scared out of my mind that I'm gonna go there and I'm not gonna be able to grab this damn console on day one because they're just not gonna have enough. So I'm about to be there at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock or whatever to try and get myself a Switch 2, bro. This is crazy. I managed to get a pre-order locked in with GameStop, and I ended up getting a Pro controller as well. I'm gonna talk about these prices, bro. It's absolutely insane. What? $735 for the console, $116 for the Pro controller? Crazy, bro. Absolutely insane. $850 down, bro. $850 for this console, man, and the Pro controller. Absolutely insane. So these are huge. This console's not cheap. This console's absolutely not cheap. You've been hearing it to death. And people are going to, the people that spent all of this money are going to have to, they're getting their refund, but they're going to have to go out and try and find another way of getting a Switch 2 on launch day or around that. And I made a guide about this. And if you want to see more about, if you want to actually see that video, I will have it on screen at the end of this video. But basically, the best way for you to grab a Switch 2, The best way for you to grab a Switch 2 is visiting Nintendo's website and registering your interest to buy either the bundle or just the base console. And I've always recommended the bundle, but it doesn't really matter. Go and secure your interest. There will be a link in the description to the United States version of it. I bet you can switch your country while you're there if you're from a different country. But I think it's available worldwide for you to do it. But please register your interest, because I do believe, based on some news reports, that Nintendo has confirmed that they will be allowing people to, I mean, it's a guaranteed console. It's not a guaranteed at launch, but it's guaranteed that you'll be able to grab yourself one whenever Nintendo goes through it. Because according to some emails or an email that I received from them, they were reassuring me that, hey, we will have stock for you. It's just we can't guarantee you'll be able to get one at launch. And this was back on May 16th, so it was quite a while ago. It was almost 2 weeks ago now that they did that. But the point remains the same, is you are gonna want to register your interest. Even if you find a pre-order, it's no obligation. You'll have 3 days to actually buy it once Nintendo gives the link to you. Jesus Christ, I'm terrible at this game. I need Mario Kart World, bro. Anyways, if you aren't willing to be patient, and I completely understand, I would be dying right now if I didn't have a frickin' pre-order. But the other way that you can do it is camp out at either GameStop or Best Buy on launch day to try and secure your Switch 2. I do believe that GameStop will have in-store pre-orders. We called my local store earlier today asking if they would have some consoles available, and they were very they weren't super confident about that. So if you are willing to possibly get disappointed, then I recommend going to GameStop, because they might have consoles in there. I got my original Switch from them, and I got my Switch. I'm gonna get my Switch 2 from them as well. They've been excellent when it comes to just having stock and knowing what they're doing. I don't know if my local store will have them, but again, I don't know what's going on in the US. I'm Canadian, so then again, my best bet, try and get it online. But if you're impatient, try and get one in person. That is the single most important thing that I can tell you, is you've got to have patience. If you weren't able to get a pre-order, follow some accounts on Twitter that specialize in getting the stock to you, letting you know when pre-orders come out. There's a whole bunch of moving parts here, and I guess good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you, I wish you the best of luck trying to get a Switch 2. It's going to be hard, but I guarantee the stock will probably come back sooner rather than later. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and good luck getting a Switch 2 on June 5th.